You've probably heard the first part of this theory, but the second may surprise you. It's like the intro to a BuzzFeed article. This video is brought to you by GamesGrabber, a video game collection manager and sharing site. Use it to build collections of all kinds. Games you have, games you want everyone to see. Like some of my collections, I have collections such as my favorite games, the most influential games in the industry, the best crossover games, etc. Speaking of which, you should totally follow the link below and give me a follow on there. Every purchase you make through there recommended by me helps support the show. Now on with the video. Oh, Wobbuffet, you're so silly with your ridiculously high endurance and your inability to attack other Pokemon directly. All Wobbuffets can do is counterattack. Wobbuffet's Pokedex entry reads, it hates light and shock. If attacked, it inflates its body to pump up its counter-strike. In Sapphire it reads, Wobbuffet does nothing but endure attacks. It won't attack on its own. However, it won't endure an attack on its tail. When that happens, the Pokemon will try and take the foe down with it using Destiny Bond. In Diamond and Pearl, it desperately tries to keep its black tail hidden. It is said to be proof that the tail hides a secret. This tail has eyes, and the body only has lines representing eyes. It has a high endurance unless you attack its tail, because its tail is actually the Wobbuffet. The body is only a decoy that it inflates, like a punching bag. And also like a punching bag, it comes back harder and harder depending on how hard you hit it. So that's the secret. Wobbuffets are only their tail, but that's just what they want you to think their secret is. Most people stop there, as this is a common theory. But now let's go a step further, into a deeper realm of theory. Let's look at Wynaut, the previous evolution of Wobbuffet. Note that Wynaut's tail is also actually its main body, but its tail this time only has one eye. Now let's look at its Pokedex entries. Wynaut can always be seen with a big, happy smile on its face. Look at its tail to determine if it's angry. It tends to move in a pack. Individuals squash against one another to toughen their spirits. It tends to move in a pack with others. They cluster in a tight group to sleep in a cave. Wobbuffet's Pokedex entries never really mentioned grouping together, but most of Wynaut's do. Perhaps this is because when they evolve into a Wobbuffet, they leave the pack to journey out into the wild and continue increasing their power of endurance, to eventually endure all things and take over the world, or seek enlightenment, or find friends, or something. Now here's where it gets crazy. I propose the idea that Wobbuffet is actually the third evolution, and Wynaut is the second. But then where does Wynaut come from? Well, that's unknown. No, really, unknown. Unknown, the Pokemon right before Wobbuffet in the Pokedex, but that's only one extra little bit of evidence to point towards this theory. The big chunks of evidence come with speculation. First, unknowns never venture out into the real world. They are terrified of the place. They are even more terrified of being alone. Unknowns are powerless by themselves, and thus they are always close together in large groups. Sound familiar? It tends to move in a pack. They cluster in a tight group to sleep in a cave. Wynaut is pretty weak. They cram themselves together in caves and ram themselves together to raise their endurance, train for venturing outside. And doesn't it look like it could have been an unknown that decided to grow an inflatable body to use as a decoy, to protect them from the world that they're terrified of? They are too cowardly to attack on their own, so they endure. Unknowns have reality-altering abilities, so they could easily make themselves an inflatable decoy body if they really wanted to. With this decoy, this shield, they could finally venture out into the world and be able to protect itself and protect the other unknown. But as just a little Wynaut, it's just still not quite ready to do so just yet. And so, why not remain in a big group to train and prepare themselves? Unknown are just little black wingdings with a single eye, just like Wynaut's tail. And when it eventually evolves, it gains a second eye, and becomes a powerful Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet holds a secret. The secret of the unknown. It protects them, just as it protects itself. Wobbuffet can learn Mirror Coat, Safeguard, and Destiny Bond, all moves that require some sort of strange mystical power to use. Perhaps a modified form of the only move Unknown can learn, Hidden Power. Both Unknown and Wobbuffet are psychic type, and even when Wobbuffet is just countering a physical move, it starts glowing, like he's still using some form of psychic energy, the power of the unknown. And this is also why Wobbuffets are so competitive against each other. If 2 or more Wobbuffet meet, they will turn competitive and try to outdo the other's endurance. However, they may try to see which one can endure the longest without food. They each know the secret they hold, and they each want to prove the power of endurance they have, to show which of them can defend the secret of the unknown better. Similar to Why Nots, Unknown hold themselves in secret, and keep their hidden power mostly to themselves. They protect their secret to protect themselves, much like how Wobbuffets feel about their tails. They protect it above all else, and if you attack it, only then will the Wobbuffet show you its wrath, and it will take its secret down with it, and with you, with Destiny Bond. No one learns the secret of its tail. No one learns the secret of the unknown and lives. This, however, is just a theory, a Pokemon theory, a Pokemyth. Gotta learn them all. And there are some holes, sure, let's cover some of those now. How come Why Nots and Wobbuffets have a sex but Unknowns don't? Well, Unknowns already have reality-bending powers, so they can be whatever sex they want. Why can't Why Not and Wobbuffet use hidden power? Because they're trying to not be compared to Unknowns as much as they can. If they started going around using the same move that Unknowns do, some people would get kinda suspicious. Then why do Why Nots come from an egg when you breed 2 Wobbuffets? Who's to say a Why Not embryo isn't just an unknown? To better hide its secret, it stays in its unknown form until it hatches. I mean, really, that's the counter to basically every argument against this theory. Unknown don't have to follow the same rules that the rest of Pokemon do, because the very existence of Unknown is mostly unknown. And they literally bend reality to their whim. As we see in the Pokemon movie Rise of Darkrai, Unknowns are literally holding together the fabric of space and time. So if they just decided, hey, I'm gonna go exist in the real world now, they could easily do that. Unknowns are very interesting in the Pokemon lore, and this isn't the only time I talk about them. There's also this video right here. And until next time, stay awesome.